President Ferdinand Marcos Jr.'s recent departure to Washington for an official visit with U.S. President Donald Trump is being paraded as a diplomatic triumph. But for many Filipinos, especially those who remember the decisive and independent stance of former President Rodrigo Duterte, this raises more questions than confidence. Duterte's foreign policy was firm. The Philippines is no longer anyone's little brother. This visit, under the guise of strengthening economic and defense ties, Marcos Jr., on the other hand, seems to be going back to the age-old colonial mindset of submission masked as diplomacy. And yet, President Marcos Jr. claims this visit is about negotiating fairer trade deals. The Marcos administration is forgetting that economic diplomacy is not about travel, and photo ops it is about outcomes. Milestone, the first Southeast Asian head of state to meet Trump in this term. But optics do not equal substance. We are entering trade talks from a position of weakness. If no significant concessions are made by the U.S., if tariffs remain, and if sovereignty continues to be compromised in the name of diplomacy, then this is not a victory, it is submission. We miss the days when Philippine presidents did not ask for permission to lead. The U.S. is not offering new aid, nor is it backing off from economic aggression. This current approach feels more like walking on eggshells, pleasing everyone except the Filipino people. But let's be honest, why are we even negotiating under pressure? Where's the leverage? The country is being economically punished, and now we're flying out to beg for a reduction. Feels more like a desperate attempt to appease Washington amid growing public discontent at home. If even within his own family there is fear that this administration is giving away too much too soon, then we, the people, should be worried. The 20% tariff hike on Philippine exports imposed by the U.S. is no small matter. Under Duterte, the Philippines pursued diversified partnerships with China, Russia, and ASEAN to balance power. What is even more alarming is that this visit is being sold as a milestone, the first Southeast Asian head of state to meet Trump in this term. And yet here we are praising this trip as if it were some strategic win. Even Senator Imee Marcos, the president's own sister, has issued a strong reminder. Trade must be a partnership, not a surrender. Duterte's strongman politics were about safeguarding national interest at all costs. At the end of the day, the real question is this: who benefits from these meetings?